Carl Carbonell, and these are the Salty Dogs.
I'm Eric Tarr, and I play guitar.
Cole Siegel, I play organ.
I'm Whit, I play bass.
I'm Carl Carbonell. I sing and play guitar.
Nate, I play guitar.
I'm Zach, I hit circles with sticks.
I was doing pretty good, about as good as I thought I could. Most everything I understood. I know you won't, but I wish you would. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Every day's a brand new day, at least that's what they tend to say. You can save your soul, but don't save your pay, 'cause next week there's a brand new way. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Time might have a hold on me the further I get from Tennessee. I miss the way your eyes look when you smile. So instead of going back downtown, let's get real stoned and walk around. These souls of ours could stand a few more miles. Oh man. Well, you all act like you've never seen a man that's kinda lost his steam. My light's red and yours was green. I'm outside scratching like a fiend. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Beer joints, man, they're all the same. Scratched 8 balls and bad cocaine. Boys that wallow in their pain. And all the girls those same boys blame. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Time might have a hold on me the further I get from Tennessee. I miss the way we dance the whole night long. Pedal steel and warm draft beer, I sure would love to hold you, dear. I'm so damn sick of always being wrong. Oh man. Of 27s, I fell asleep and I dreamt of heaven. I woke up at 10 till 11. I ain't buying what they're selling, man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Holy rollers, hope, Baptist hymnals and mosh pits, snake handling hissy fits, but I still pray just a little bit. Oh man. Amen. Oh man, oh man. Time might have a hold on me the further I get from Tennessee. I miss the way your eyes look when you smile. So instead of going back downtown, let's get real stoned and walk around. These souls of ours could stand a few more miles.
standard, the rock upon which the church is built.
That's it.
It's always just been like our opening one for sets and stuff.
That is kind of that's like the one that we can always kind of warm up on.
Yeah.
Augusta, Georgia's where my folks call home, but to me it's just a place. With a golf course I won't ever play on, but I still visit every holiday. But Charleston's where I woke up this morning, lonesome and blue, with my arms wrapped around a motel pillow, wishing it was you. Time the sun was coming up, I was crossing into Alabama. About an hour ahead of schedule, stopped for breakfast just east of Birmingham. And then it's 22 west to Memphis, bye-bye Birmingham. Wrap me up in scrambled eggs, coffee and country ham. There's a gal in Oklahoma calling me to come back home, and I ain't smart enough to not leave here in the first place, but I ain't dumb enough to keep her waiting long. I ain't dumb enough to keep her waiting long. Virginia, out in the Blue Ridge. It's a place I'm proud to call my home, but it ain't like I got to pick. And then my family moved to Memphis, Tennessee, right before I started high school. And I hated it at first, but these days I think it's pretty cool. They got record shops and skate parks and punk rock and good barbecue. And every time I'm driving back to Tulsa, I don't ever mind passing through. Yeah, I turned 17 in Memphis, and now I'm passing through as a man, holding my breath over the mighty Mississippi, just wishing I was holding her hand. That gal in Oklahoma calling me to come back home, and I ain't smart enough to not leave here in the first place, but I ain't dumb enough to keep her waiting long. keep her waiting long.
That's a Glenn Campbell kind of chord progression right there for sure. Oh, I love Glenn Campbell.
Yes.
Love
We're all into that.
I think, yeah, and the Leon thing is so cool. I mean, I think that's like that's sort of a fabric that a lot of stuff sits on top of, that is, especially here, you know, in this part of the country. That's been a cool thing to interact with since we moved here, for sure.
I grew up in the 70s in Tulsa, and that was like Leon was at the pinnacle.
We're seeing tractors and all that. What's happening?
And then the tractors came up later on in music, but yeah, and J.J. Cale, you can't forget him. I mean, he had some number one stuff. Eric Clapton cut, so it was all that. So everything they said, plus I would just add Bob Wills.
Yeah.
And the Texas Playboys, being from Tulsa, you know, Western swing's a big deal.
Along the west edge of the desert, on the backside of the solstice, on the forefront of your mind. And I suppose that we could both muster up a dance in these old thighs, for the price of keeping you and I in time. We danced along the back roads, we hiked into the narrows where we swam with little toads and snakes and fish and other pretty things. When we drove through Oklahoma, you said Muskogee's mostly loaded with old homes and dispensaries with stupid names. And I don't miss this place at all. And I don't wonder why you don't call. Out here the heat with an ocean. We've been drinking from an ocean with a straw that had a hole where the bendy part buckles. And I wandered around Venice, watched the bodybuilders grimace while the yuppies drink their matcha with lavender and honeysuckle. And listen, son, you must be crazy if you think I'm the kind of lady gonna spend an extra couple bucks just for oat milk in my latte. We ate cold lox with capers, bought some flour and some papers from a dispensary called Neon Green Serape. And I don't say your name at all. And I don't wonder why you don't call. Out here the heat only lasts as long as the daylight. Out here the heat only lasts as long as the daylight. Out here the heat, it don't last that long, but the day might.
In this group, specifically this group of dudes, there's a pretty sweeping, pretty wide brushstroke of that kind of thing. You have funny taste when you were younger that I like. You have a good.
Yeah, I like a lot of music, but especially growing up, that translates a lot to this band. My dad was a huge Merle Haggard fan, and so hearing that, and Mickey Gilley, and Asleep at the Wheel, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of utilize that in this band.
What did you grow up listening to, Zach? I don't really.
It was the full gamut.
Yeah.
And my mom listened to a lot of like 80s, 90s country
Cool.
pop hits.
Sure.
My dad at that time was kind of a like a prog rock, little bit of a metalhead.
Oh
I
yeah.
grew up on stuff like Megadeth and Audio Slave,
Just to help him go to sleep when he's a child.
the classics.
Quick.
Dude, audio's
But-
really this.
I've always liked like older country music, Hank Williams Sr., Patsy Cline. I don't know. I went through a phase where I was big into jam band stuff and then kind of got out of it. And I've always loved funk music, like the Meters, one of my favorite bands of all time.
I don't really mind driving late at night. It turns out my eyes ain't all that sensitive to light. And I don't ever feel like we're in a hurry, but I know we're going fast. The way time does pass. I just wanna make everything I've never seen into something that I have no longer never seen. Something I've no longer never seen. And I don't really mind yelling yelling in the bar. Hell, I turned my radio up way too loud in my own car. When I get my headphones on, you can hear them in another zone. I let those vibrations vibrate in me. I just wanna make everything I've never heard into something that I have no longer never heard. Something I've no longer never heard. And I don't really mind yelling in the bar. Hell, I turn my radio up way too loud in my own car. And when I get my headphones on, you can hear them in another zone. I let those vibrations vibrate in me. I just wanna make everything I've never heard into something that I have no longer never heard. Something I've no longer never heard. Getting grumpier the older I get. 36 years old, and I'm mostly talking about the things that I don't like about the things I do at night. Oh, well, I wish I could get a hold on me. I just wanna make everything I've never loved into something that